Hi everyone, hey, it's Diane. Today's November 10th and I'm in my little greenhouse trying to stay out of the wind today. 75 degrees here today with storms coming tonight, but it's very windy, so we're inside. Those green onions I had in the cinder blocks, well, they're inside here today. Gonna trim them down and bring in the rest of the plants indoors. Because the weather's changing, it's supposed to get really cold and I just want to get it done before things get all said and done here. I'll show them to you in a little bit. They don't look too bad, but they've had some weather to deal with. But I think if I dig them out of these cinder blocks and then I will be putting them in pots, I think they'll do really well indoors. Okay, I want to show you something. These ones here are the green onions I never touched, never cut. And the size of them is pretty big around. The ones over here that I did cut off one time, there's a huge difference in the size of them. Look how big this one is right there. These have never been trimmed, so trimming them slows them down. And then, so it's maybe kind of better to let them grow, let them get nice and big, because look at them. Look how nice them are. These here and these over here on this side, I've never touched. These ones here were cut once, and so was this one. So you can tell, you know, they do slow down after a while. But I'm going to trim these all down today. We're going to bring them indoors for the winter. I encourage you guys to do the same. You can grow these indoors for greens. In the winter, they're great in soups, flavor in your meats, and whatever. They're just wonderful. Trim them down, and I'm going to bring these in, and I usually just freeze them. I mean, you can dry them if you choose. And I'll show you when I get done how nice, how large these are. It was really worth leaving them, I think, out here to let them get mature. When I cut these off, I'm going to show you the difference. You know, if you got a real good look from them the first time. Okay, can you see these guys? These guys were never trimmed. Let's try to get you a close-up. I got way too many friends in here today, but look how big those are. It's amazing, isn't it? Let's go over here to the ones I did trim one time. Quite a difference, isn't there? So keep them as long as you can without trimming outdoors. And then if you want, bring them indoors. Hi, kitty. So don't trim them at all if you don't want, so they stay nice and big like those. Look at that. So that's a tip for you. I also want to say these were the composted ones, and them there were the peat and perlite mix. They look pretty similar to me. Check out my greens. Looks pretty nice, don't they? They're huge. Some of them are just so big. The ones that I left alone. So grow them out late fall. Grow them out in the fall. Start them in the fall when it's cooler, because I love it. And then just let them grow. Don't even trim them until you have to bring them in. Until it's time to bring them in because your weather has turned extremely cold in your area. So wonderful, right? I think this is great, you guys. I'll be chopping these up, putting them in the freezer, because honestly, that's fast. That's a fast way to do it. Okay, I'm just going to take a few out. I'm just going to grab down in here and get as much of the root. Honestly, I think I could probably pull this whole section out here, soil and all. But I want to loosen it up first. You know, they don't mind the cinder blocks at all, guys. Just an idea for you. Try to get as much as I can. There we go. Here it comes. Whoa. guys see that? Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? And we're going to plant it now. Plant them, and oh my God. I don't know if I want to bring all these in. What am I going to do with them all? I think what I'll do, I need another pot. I need to take some of this soil out. Formed some really nice roots, didn't they? I threw some pea gravel in here for some good drainage. I just love that stuff. It works great. Okay, I'm going to take this one over here out too. These are the small ones, and we're just going to add them to this pot. I'm going to have 2 pots inside. Loosen her up. You know, if you wanted, you could probably break these apart. Now these, look at that. These are the ones that I trimmed early. And look at that. What a huge difference. I trimmed, and the other ones I didn't trim. Crazy, isn't it? Let's just get them planted. I might try to spread these apart a little bit. You guys think I'm crazy, don't you? But we're going to bring these in. Don't need to plant them very deep now. I'd have to adjust the height a little bit. Oh, they smell so good, you guys. Wonderful. This stuff, you know, you just can't beat this gardening. Bringing from outdoors to indoors. I just love it. They should be fine indoors. I shouldn't have any problems. But I am going to give them a resting period now since I unrooted them a little bit. Separate them out. Look at that. What do you think? Wanted to share with you, look at the healthy roots on those guys. Check it out. That's something. Beautiful. Remember, these guys were growing in cinder blocks, you guys. Look at the roots. Amazing. Well, what do you think? Close up, close up. This kind of stuff really excites me. Look at there. You know, one was grown in compost, one was grown in the peat, perlite, and bark. As they all finished out, they look pretty similar. And you know, I might keep you posted throughout the winter, see how they do indoors. I do know they'll get thinner, but they'll still might produce. So there's the results. Check it out. All bagged and ready to go in the freezer. I forgot to tell you, what do I use these for? I put them in soups, I put them in my roast, whatever calls for onion flavor, it works really good. And when these get frozen, they pull apart really easy. I don't know if you've seen that in some other videos, but I wanted to mention it again. Easy to pull them out of these bags if you only need a little bit. It's very simple to do. Hi everyone, update on the onions I brought in from the cinder blocks outside. And these guys are going crazy. Put them all into a large pot and they're ready to cut, aren't they? It is amazing. Look at the size of these right here. I don't know how well they're going to continue to do. They got a little bit dry in here, so I'm going to get these cut off and get these put away. But today's November 28th. And I wanted to give you an update on them. I don't know how long they're going to last, but the thing is, you can always go to the grocery store and buy more of these green onions and plant them. So it's kind of a fun experience if you're wanting to do that, especially in the wintertime. I'd say go for it. It works out pretty well. Talk to you guys later. Really appreciate you coming by my videos, and post your comments and questions. Just love to hear from you. We'll talk soon. Bye.